So, namaste everyone. We are ready to begin our session. So, okay. So let's begin as usual with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath in. Our usual disclaimer: when people attend this session, they understand they are responsible for their own well-being. Life in Yoga and our volunteers don't take responsibility for the outcome of your participation here. With that, we begin. A good guidance is to use the principle of yoga. There can be no strain in whatever practice you do. So whatever you do with ease, with a natural flow, with very light effort. In yoga, we say that the right way to do yoga is that it should be with such light effort whereby you can be in meditative focus in what you're doing. Okay? So with that, let's begin. Watch your breath and make sure it is always slow and smooth. So we'll begin with the chakra vibration as the first practice. And for those of you who are new over here, the chakra vibration focuses along the middle of the body from the perineum to the top of the head. The perineum, everybody knows where the perineum is? Okay, so it is like squeezing the buttocks. You will feel the stretch of the perineum. So now, in the perineum, we'll focus with the sound lam, and 1 inch above behind the pubic area vam, and behind the navel ram, in between the breasts and the middle of the body yam, at the throat hum, middle of the head chum, and top of the head om. So we will do these 7 vibrations. In each location we'll repeat several times. And those of you here who can intuitively feel, actually, it's a good thing for everyone, whether on Zoom or here, to mentally visualize all of us within ourselves. So that makes it a group consciousness. Okay? And then what happens is, if one person is able to be elevated in a higher connection to lift up everyone else. That is the power of group consciousness. So bring your awareness to the perineum and pressing on the little finger with the thumb. We will focusing at the perineum. As we squeeze, we do the vocal vibration lum. So we say it audibly. Take a deep breath in. Lum. Release the fingers and continue. Lum. sensitive. I don't know whether you could feel from the first time when we began, the vibration, you can feel it resonating higher and higher and going out to the top of the head. You felt it, right? So all of you, observe how the vibration resonates higher and higher with each further repetition. Now bring the awareness an inch above the perineum, and that is behind the pubic area. As we draw in over there, we do VAM, pressing the ring finger with the thumb. VAM! VAM! Release the fingers, continue. Now we bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, and as we draw in at the navel, we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Ram. Release the fingers and continue. Ram. Awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do Yam, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yam. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Yam. bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up with a loose fist. Hum. Release the fingers, release the hand, and we'll continue. Hum. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and we do chum. Thumbs up again, loose fist. Chum. 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 The middle of the head is literally in the middle of the head, which means if you take your fingers to the edge of your eyes and slide it backward till it hits your ear, wherever the two fingers are pointing, that is the middle of the head. So literally speaking, people often think in terms of middle of the eyebrows or the forehead. That's not the point I'm talking about. It's in the middle of the head. In fact, there is a diagonal between the point where people put their bindi in between the eyebrows and the forehead to the medulla oblongata. It's a diagonal in the middle of that line, in the middle of the head where we focus, right? So again, let's go. Chum. Chum. Perfect. There were some people who were not focusing there, right? And once you focused over there, in one shot, everything cleared. So now, bring the awareness to the top of the head. In the top of the middle of the head, we do Om. Release your hands and continue. One more time. One more again. Keep your eyes closed and awareness with it. Observe the difference you feel from before to now. Now, we can bring our awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth that connects into the neck. Focusing there, try to make a stretch in the vocal cords. If you cannot actively feel it, make a big smile with the cheeks coming out and feel the stretch. When you make the cheeks coming out with a big smile, you'll find a mild stretch in the lowermost part of the mouth. Focus on that and inhale and exhale in slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, feel a mild sucking sensation, and when you exhale, feel like a reverse sucking sensation. Slower and longer the breath, the better. Those of you who are in the Zoom panelists, if you want to accept the invitation, feel free to join it. Those who are sensitive, you can feel how in the Ujjayi, your head, the brain area gets stimulated. Only if it gets stimulated, the Ujjayi is working. And so that's why when people do it, I watch to see everybody is doing it. If you don't have enough of the sensation, just making a more sucking sensation will increase the stimulation of the brain. All of you are doing well in the Zoom. Little more of a sucking sensation. Now you find the difference, right? Continue doing your practice, but because today we are in a different kind of session, we have like 20, 30 people over here in person, I'll kind of give a little more explanation why we do what. When we did the chakra vibration, in the yogic system we say we have 5 types of communication that goes on within us. The highest communication is into the spirit beyond the physical world. And that happens from the sternum area to the top of the head. And it is from there our purpose of life and things unfold. But that connection coming into the physical body, into the body-mind complex, that connection into the body-mind complex is the 7 chakras, where we do the vibration. So it clears the impediment between the body-mind complex and the intent of the spiritual domain. So it creates spiritual balance within us, at least temporarily. Then after we do that, when we do this Ujjayi pranayama, this happy face breathing, it actually stimulates the entire peripheral nervous system. And why is that important? Because every part of the body is sending message to the brain by stimulating the peripheral nervous system, how much energy it needs to function. So while we get the spiritual balance, the body's balance is also nourished by the flow of blood into each part of the body. And the flow of blood can only happen if the nerve connection is good enough and the brain is directing more blood flow to the area. So that's why we are doing this. While it is not absolutely necessary, supplementally, if there is any part of the body that's weakness, for people as they age, maybe the hands, the wrist, you can stretch out the hands and wrist and continue to do this practice. By focusing that, it will stimulate that area a little bit more. Now, as we continue this breathing, let's bring our hands to the chest together, hands together in a prayer-like format. As you inhale, look up and stretch up. And as you exhale, bring the hands sideways with the shoulder also rotating, and slowly bring it back right into the middle. Come right here. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, we will, today being a little shorter session, for those of you who attend daily, we'll make some slight modifications. So now we are going to do the spinal twist. And for those of you who have not done it before, all we will do is, we will turn the head and the spine and go as much as we can to one side, to the right side, inhale, come back, exhale, go the other way, and then we will go backward, like stretching back, and then we will bring the chin down without bending the spine. In each one of these motions, we will do a sound vibration. When we turn to the right, left and back, we will do the sound ah. And when we bring the chin down, we will do the sound like humming, ma, kind of sound. Okay? So, let's take a deep breath in and twist to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Second round, we do the same thing, to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Third round, same thing again, to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. In the last fourth round, we will do twice in each direction. So to the right. Again. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Now we cross one leg over the opposite thigh and get hold of the knee. And as you exhale, you pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder and turn the head the other way. And as we do that, we focus at the perineum. And as we squeeze over there, we do the sound lum. So take a deep breath in. Lum. We'll do 3 times. Continue the second time. Lum. We'll do 1/4 time also. Now let's cross the other leg over. And let's go the same way. Last time. Now we bring our awareness to the top of the head and we will do focused over there. Om 3 times. Some people prefer to do Ah, but Om will be a little more powerful for most of you. Take a deep breath in. Now we will go on to our breathing practices. You can see how when we did this, we were actually stimulating the central nervous system. In the sequence of our practices, we started with the chakra vibration for integration with our spiritual being. Then we stimulated the peripheral nervous system with the Ujjayi pranayama. And with this spinal stimulation, we stimulated the central nervous system. So the body's energetic system are in good balance. Now we are going to increase the flow of energy in the body with good breathing. So this is what we do, called the Bhastrika pranayama. And by the way, normally in our regular practice, we do alternate nostril breathing. Given the amount of balancing you have done, already you're well balanced. It's an option. So let's go today straight to the Bhastrika pranayama and we will do few extra rounds of it and you can see how you feel. The Bhastrika pranayama is defined as simply good deep breathing. So the word Bhastra means it's a bellows that blacksmith, goldsmith use. So Bhastrika means like the bellows, breathing like the bellows. And how are the bellows used? Some of you might have seen a blacksmith use it, right? How they lift it is, they have the air where it's coming out pointed towards the flame, right? Where as the air goes into the flame, it heats it so that the metal can melt, right? So what happens is, they lift up the bag like that, and then they don't do it rapidly. If they do it rapidly, the air will destabilize the fire, right? So what they do is, they lift up like this and then go slowly like this. So what happens is, breathing goes like this and exhalation goes like this. right? Exhalation is slightly at a lesser rate than the inhalation, but it is peaceful, not very, very highly, fast. So now as we do this breathing practice, while it is only defined as this kind of breathing, you have the option to utilize your hand to reinforce the movement. Why? Because your lung is like a balloon, and your lung has different segments of the lungs. Typically, when you're not even aware, you're doing shallow breathing only with the upper part of the lung. When you take deep breath in, you'll feel the belly come out, because the lower part of the lung is also breathing and it is pushing down into the belly area, so the belly comes out. So to make sure that we breathe in a way whereby the belly comes out, the chest expands and the shoulder pulls back, so that all areas of the lungs are used as much as we can, right? So we can use the hand movement. So when you inhale, you're in this position. And when you're exhaling, you close your fist and completely exhale, bring the elbows down and the hands down, right? So this way, when you bring the elbows down, hands down, the chest contracts and you're also pulling the belly in as you exhale. Now, why do we close the fist as we come down? We close the fist, and we can all do a demo over here, because all of you have done so many practices, pretty much most of you are sensitive. Just stretch your hands like this, close your eyes, and take deep breaths in like the Ujjayi breath. Can you feel stimulation in the middle of your palm, some of you?
Yes, yes.
Exactly. It is because the channels of communications have opened up, right? So what happens is, when we inhale, we have taken in with the palms open, we have taken in maximum amount of vitality. And as we exhale, when we close the fist, we don't let it disappear out of the hand, and we let it work through you. Actually, there is this yogic concept that the energy that is being produced in our body is actually that energy transfers into the electromagnetic flow in the body. Okay? So what we are looking for in all of this is the electromagnetic flow that does everything. And when we inhale and exhale, it is like the engine within each cell of our body that is creating the energy that is fostering the electromagnetism, right? So what happens is, if you can be in a highly meditative state where your electromagnetism is connected with the magnetism of the entire universe and all of that, then you find even with hardly any breathing, everything is functioning. Okay? But once you stimulate with the breath, this is the lower level of the stimulation. But by closing the fist, you're adding more power back. And this is what we do before the meditation. Because more energy we have our cosmic transmitter right at the bottommost part of the sternum. What in spiritual language is called the spiritual heart. The spiritual heart is dead center in the body, right at the lower part of the sternum, right? So that is what will have more energy to activate, and you'll have a higher impact from meditation. So let's begin. Keep the hands as you inhale, and now as you exhale, close the fist and come down. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Bring down the hands, close your eyes, and observe how you feel within. Just watch what is happening inside you. This practice is always done with 20 breaths at a time and no more than 20. After 20, we stop, because if we continue this kind of breathing for too long, people will pass out. It's a condition called respiratory alkalosis, which we will talk later about. But for now, let's just focus on the practice. Observe how, in a subtle way, it seems like parts of the body that may have felt a little bit of tightness or whatever, things are getting slightly loose. Now, let's get ready for the second round of 20 breaths. Inhale and open the palms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Keep your eyes closed, relax and observe it. This time, some of you may feel very mild sensation in the head. Just observe the sensations and see how it moves. Some of you may feel the sensations, and if you feel it, you'll find that it may come down from the head. Some people may feel it coming into the face, some people down the spine. Whatever happens, just observe. Once the sensations have all settled, we can get ready for the third round. So inhale, lift up your hands. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Keep your eyes closed and just observe the sensations within you. This time, more of you may feel something. This Bhastrika Pranayam, as we do more and more rounds, wherever there is weakness in the body. What is the meaning of weakness? There is not enough blood flow going to the muscles in that area to strengthen that area. So you will feel those are the areas that will become sensitive by this process. People who may have knee pain may find this is relieving the knee pain. So now that all the sensations have left the head, it's safe to go on to the fourth round. Let's get ready. Inhale, hands up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Eyes closed, relaxed. Observe the sensations you feel within yourself. Observe how this breathing has energized the whole body, and the body feels very calm. In yoga, we say stress is demands on the system being less than the available energy in the system. When we do this breathing, this deep breathing results in intake of oxygen, which is much more than normal, as a result of which there is more energy available in the system. So you feel the deep silence within, the lack of stress, the complete balance within. From this state, we are ready to begin meditation. Those of you who have a personal method of meditation, you can always use that. Otherwise, you can use a generic mantra. So let's follow by first mentally affirming to yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. Tell yourself, I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go. Feel like the shoulders and head have become lighter, maybe the whole body. And if you have a personal method of meditation, you can do that. Otherwise, visualize your awareness in the lower part of the sternum, and from there visualize a rising vibration coming through you and going out of the top of the head. And visualize the flow as 3 syllables. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om. We will have Om playing in the background as you do this. Observe within and without. Observe a sense beyond you. And mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. As you make that affirmation, become aware of the senses from the top of the body all the way down to the bottom of the feet. The senses given to us to fulfill the purpose for which we have been born. Whenever you're ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. With that, we end the session. So now we are open for questions, and anybody who wants to ask a question, whether in the Zoom or in the room over here, any of you can feel free, we can have a discussion. Yes, Sundaraji, go ahead.
I thought that group sound was almost like a symphony, and it gave a different feeling than hearing your own voice.
Yes. So very nice.
And I had a suggestion then, maybe for the clearing up of the nadis, maybe we can open up our microphone from mute for the group just for that reason, with instructions to the group to say, don't make any noise or don't have excessive noise. We can use that. I felt it, I don't know how others felt, that it was much more exhilarating and much more stimulating. So we can do that for just clearing the nadis during the Zoom.
Certainly. Somebody else wants to say the same thing?
You have to go to retreat.
Oh, we have to go to retreat. Okay. So you see, we have a retreat coming post-Christmas. So it is from December 28th to January 1st in Florida. In Florida, we have this Pine Lake retreat that is available to us. So all the information is available on the website. Actually, since somebody mentioned that, I will show you where you can find it. Let me do a screen share over here. And just go here. Life in where is that? lifeinyoga.org. Then in which case, easiest way is to go to upcoming events and it'll go take you right to the bottom. So like today's get together is over there. So daily yoga online is there, masterclass yoga concepts, December retreat. Oh, there it went. 1 second. Let me get this out. Okay. The December retreat is right here. If I click on that, it'll take me to the December retreat page where all the information is given over there, right? So you can look through, it's a little lengthy, you can scroll down. And so what we are doing over there, the idea is we are trying to give exposure to all the different aspects of yoga. So Faizan, are you leaving?
Yes, have to get going.
Thank you. Such a pleasure. Bye-bye. Okay. So all of that is this thing available, and each time of day and all of this, what is happening, everything is given. So you can take a look at it, those of you who are interested. And the Pine Lake retreat is close to Orlando, and there is pickup from the airport available. It's the Pine Lake retreat originally was 160 acres, but the people who are the owners of the place, Brahm Agarwal's family, it's actually bought under the name of Puran Agarwal Family Foundation. So they bought the neighboring land also, so it's total of 300 acres. And you can see there is a big pond over there and things like that. And there is some 60,000 square foot of space available in multiple buildings. So that is where we have the retreat. And obviously in a retreat kind of setting, the place where you see right at the bottom, that chalet cottage type of the place that is there, it is like a cabin, and each of the cabin has small bedrooms with a queen size bed. So just two of the, and with an attached bathroom. Each cabin has 2 bedrooms. So it is not like a Holiday Inn or that kind of a thing. It's pretty small. And then it also has a kitchen in between, in their kitchen, dining, living room. So each one of them, so they have been over there.
Very nice.
And so if you want to make a cup of coffee for yourself or something, but you can cook also if you want, but nobody will cook because we have all the facility in the dining room over there where everything is taken care of for us. This is the main building over there. And the main building, that is the Live Oak Auditorium, where we typically have things internal. And outside, when we do it in the pavilion, that's a picture of the pavilion right over there, outside, where it is simply open on all the sides except for the roof covering. So when the weather is nice, that's a good place to be in. So if any of you are interested, this was the information for that. So let me stop the share. Okay, so any other comments? By the way, did everybody else here feel the same thing? That when we were all vibrating together, you're all regular attendees, right?
Yes.
So when you met over here like this, did you feel it was different and better?
Just watching in personal, doing yoga session is more vibration coming, more effective rather than a Zoom party. So that's what I feel.
Oh, so you want to do this every week?
I think he is right because you are giving all the vibration, high frequency vibration in the room. I think it's what he's saying is face to face. It gives.
See, Avni is not here because what I do is if any thoughts come, I pass it on to Avni. You figure out what to do. Okay.
Dr. Rajan, I just want to share with you that I really like the sound vibration you are doing.
Yeah.
And because they say the first sound of God was that's why in every religion, Muslim they say Allah, Hindu they say Krishna, Rama, Jewish Jehovah, Christian Amen.
Okay.
So it
but
was very nice. I really like it when you are doing those. It makes you so peaceful.
see, for us, it is all about the experiential aspect, what makes sense. For us, religion is a different matter.
Yes.
Okay? People come with religious beliefs for various reasons, whatever historical and cultural reasons they have come. Our focus is to do all of it, and whatever we can find experientially and to the extent where we can scientifically validate, that is what is of interest for us, right?
Very nice. Thank you.
Any other comments, questions?
And Kumbhak, I mean, after each Bastrika, we doing Bahya Kumbhak. Today we'll do it, but what is the reason?
Okay, let me ask you people, there are many of you who attend regularly over here, also on the Zoom and present over here. Did anybody feel any difference between our regular rounds of Bhastrika? Today we did 4 rounds.
Right.
Okay, and we didn't do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka and the Brahmari after. Anybody felt any difference? Feel free to.
I don't feel any difference, but I'm asking why we are doing.
Yeah, but first I want to know the answer.
No.
Did anybody
No,
feel a difference?
Not much difference.
Not much.
Yes.
Do you have a preference, one or the other? Sundaraji?
Yes, I think it was, it's better to do the Bahya Kumbhak and Brahmari in between. It gives more energy to the next series of, I think.
Okay. Okay. So,
I'd like to share for a moment.
Tammy?
Yes, just a moment. I thought it was really, gosh, like a once in a while thing to do. This was really amazing. This was like, you guys, all of like the really impactful parts, right? Of I want to say like playing yoga, right? And then healing is in all the other exercises, and like the Brahmin vibrations, where we go like that. Doing today with the fourth time that we pulled the knee, and it was so neat because I know that you can sense all of us, and I could sense you like just plop it down on our root chakra, and then we went right to the ohms after that, which was really neat. So I really felt a connection with the ohm right after that, right? So it was like you said, it stimulated the central nervous system and it went right up the spine. And then,
Okay.
going right into Astraka. What?
Okay, very good. You have made a very important point, but go back.
People didn't hear what.
See, what is happening is, I'll explain what she was saying. She was
Thank you.
saying, when we were doing the and after that, when we did the om on the top, she felt a difference. And the part also I explained that in the end of that we are stimulating the central nervous system, right? Now what happens is intention has a very big impact. The moment you think of it, it'll be more accelerated if that is the intent. So that is what I think you felt, right?
Yeah.
Coming back with respect to after each round of Ujjayi, we didn't do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka or the Brahmari. Did you feel a difference?
So, like Dr. Kulkarni said, I really feel the impact of the other 2 exercises. But so then I went to the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, and I'm like, my intuition is like, no, you try and do what he said, right? So I like really just sat with what I was feeling, and I wanted to say that I don't always do that,
Yeah, the reason I skipped the Ujjayi Kumbhaka and the Brahmari is, we have people here who are not part of the regular yoga session. So I'll need to give more instructions to people, right? So the key part is in the flow, you want to keep instructions minimal so that you don't disrupt the experiential element, right? So for those of you who don't know what the Ujjayi Kumbhaka and the Brahmari are, after each Bhastrika, in the textbook way of doing it is, what they say is, take a deep breath through the right nostril, hold the breath as long as you can, and exhale through the left nostril. And there is a reason why you hold the breath. When you hold the breath, when you have done this breathing, what ends up happening is, the oxygen concentration in the system increases to a point where, if it goes to a point, it will result in you fainting. and that is called respiratory alkalosis. I said I'll explain it later. So what it really is within our body's energy dynamics and all the communications that are happening is driven by keeping the blood in the body at a pH level of 7.4. Okay? So what happens is when you take in more oxygen, the hydroxyl group makes the body less acidic, which means more alkaline. And so which means the pH level will go from 7.4 towards 7.45 or whatever. As it increases, now the body, if the pH level goes outside the range of 7.35 to 7.45, the body's ionic exchanges and all the regulations in the system will go off balance. So what happens is the brain senses within the body the composition, what they call as the chemoreceptors between the oxygen and the carbon dioxide balance in the blood, and it tries to maintain the pH level. So what happens is normally the brain you're not even conscious of your breathing, right? So normally the brain is assessing the needs of the body. It is automatically adjusting your breath rate, which you're not even conscious of, it's automatically breathing, and your heart rate to maintain the pH level and to circulate the blood in the body where it is needed, right? So here it is, the brain is continuing its normal function, and there is somebody else who is getting in the way now, that is you. That is, you're getting in the way and you're actively breathing, and the brain is not allowing to breathe in its own way in which it wants, right? So what happens is, for a while the brain tolerates it, but then if you continue like this, at one point the brain says, I give up. When it gives up, that is the time you pass out, okay? So, because it doesn't know how to handle it. When it passes out, the brain gives up control. And when the brain gives up control, then you pass out. And it's not considered a good thing, okay? So what happens is, in the Bhastrika practice, you always want to remind the brain, hey, you can do what you want when I'm not watching, but I am the controller over here. So I am doing the breathing over here and you're actively controlling, right? So what happens is, at the end of, if you do too many breathing, like 200 breaths in one shot, you'll faint. So what happens is, after every 20 breaths, when you pause, you take a deep breath in and hold it for a while. The excess oxygen that has happened in the system, you let it stimulate, and more carbon dioxide produced and balances the system. It actually is considered helpful to move the oxygen to wherever it's needed in the body through the blood to restore the system. That is why after each 20 breath, in the textbook it is recommended, take a deep breath through the right nostril, hold the breath as long as you can, and then exhale through the left nostril. Now what we do is we do a slight modification. We do a slight modification called Ujjayi Kumbhaka. The Ujjayi was the throat stimulated breathing that you were doing earlier, right? So what we do is we take the breath in with that. Then as we inhale, we lift up at the same time, we keep the hands interlocked. Inhale in, hold the breath as long as you can. And when you exhale in between the teeth. And you bring the hand down and straighten up the head, right? So when you do this particular practice has, it's the same holding breath, but this is a modified practice that stimulates the thyroid as well. So what has happened is, in modern day, if you speak to any internal medicine physician, they will say as people age, a lot of people, their thyroid function becomes slightly lighter and they are giving more thyroid medication. And so when you do this, this stimulates the thyroid. And that is the reason you want to be medication free. So that is why we include this as part of it. It is just a modified element. And this is why the holding the breath and things may be helpful. So Sundaraji, we will continue our daily practice, but you understand the reason we did it today is because we didn't want to disturb the flow with so many people over here, right?
Back, sister.
Actually, what happened is I started the Zoom before we integrated with the TV. If we had integrated before, the sound would have connected with the TV. That's why it is not coming. Anyway, we're close to the end of our time. Is there any other comments, questions?
Thank
Thoughts?
you so much. It was very
Thank you
nice.
so much.
as
It
it
was
was.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Very, very
It was a
nice.
very session. I really enjoy when the quietness in the room was. When people were quiet, it was just amazing. It felt like everybody was one. It really felt like that was amazing.
I feel the group discussion is more effective.
Than the Zoom alone, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll figure out how to do that, maybe once a month or something like that, but every week will be too much, right?
Yes.
But people have to gather and the weather has to be accommodative and things like that to gather up in one place, right?
Dr. Rajan?
Yes.
Yeah, see, Ujjayi pranayam, I have a pain lower side of the stomach. So Ujjayi pranayam, concentrating on that will help.
Well, see, what happens is we need to understand what is the source of the pain. If the source of the pain is gas being formed over there, Ujjayi can have marginal impact. But the thing is basically, the Ujjayi is more driven towards stimulating the peripheral nervous system. That will ensure that wherever there is dysfunction, pain in the body, it is supplying more blood over there to let the tissues get more energy and to overcome the pain. Okay? So every case it may not be as effective.
Bladder problem. I have bladder problem. So that is
Try Bahya Kumbhaka.
Bahya Kumbhaka.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll close the Zoom session over here. Namaste, everyone. And people who are over here, some people wanted to ask individual questions, like Mrs. Chand wanted to say something. She was asking me earlier, so we can get to that. So Meeraji, you want to say something?
Oh, just want to say thank you very much. Enjoyed it. It was wonderful session. Was that?
Thank you.